Alright. We good? I think I need to crank that a little. Alright, so I'm not going to bother playing any music or anything. Crank that a little more. I'm going to lower the master volume because I want the voice to be the loudest. So I'll actually turn up my volume. Alright, so we have paint to do. So we were on the first floor still, and I believe it has just become day. May actually need to turn that down slightly because it was pretty loud. Look at that view. That's like really pretty. Alright. Yeah, my shadows will pop in like that because the view distance on the shadows isn't that great. Alright, so I was in the middle of getting the ceiling, which is why I had that weird scaffolding up. This looks really good. I mean, alright. If you notice, I did the brick red, and then I went over the thing again and did mud over the supports. So all these supports are done in mud, and it gives it a nice dark glossy look, and I think it really adds to the lighting. And if you look here, here's some with it, and then here's some without it, and you can literally do a side-by-side comparison. So the one without looks a little weathered and kind of torn and just doesn't look that great. But when you paint it mud, it gives this nice dark glossy finish to it. So it just looks really good. Also, this sign is temporary. I will be taking it down before too long. In fact, I'll have to start putting billboards up. I have a billboard pre-built or pre-made as a paint file, so I will probably put some billboards up along the coast, pointing people in the direction of the tavern. I really hope that my main goal with the tavern, which I don't know if I've even talked about this, the main goal of my tavern is to build a roleplay hotspot. So this is a place that people can come and socialize and mingle and just roleplay whenever and all this stuff. So I'll try to keep the bar, given that this is the main thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be keeping this bar open very often so people can come in as often as possible. So it'll give a lot of nice advantages to that. A little bit of weight. He's almost about to level up. Also have to paint this. Not sure what color I'm gonna do. Really not sure on that one. I might do the cantaloupe. I might do the cantaloupe on the inside. Don't know what I'll do on the outside. Alright, so your health's fine. We're getting your melee damage up. I love capros. So great. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Alright. Am I still boosting your health? That's my favorite part about the Spino. When you level it up, at the end of its animation, it's kind of like lowering its head and raising its tail and just kind of wagging it like a dog. It's so cute. I can't wait for optimization to come through. If the game comes out in June, like fully released from alpha, this game is gonna run so amazingly well. And I know they can optimize it further. They definitely have the capabilities. This isn't the end all for it, so. I've never done any breeding, but I have a friend who does breeding all the time. So, I think they've bred almost every animal in the game. Alright, so let's check on the crops. I don't think enough has grown. Oh, I take that back. Enough has grown. Alright, let's go ahead and harvest another batch. If I can harvest 2 batches a day, that's a lot of produce. I believe I get almost 1,000 total. I'm gonna find out. And because the bags have the same spoil timer, these tend to last pretty long. So crops and yeah, 1,043. So every time I put some in here, I get about 1,000 roughly. And they can only hold 149. So the extra space is more or less for fertilizer. So I'll be using these in recipes for food. I'll be using them to make kibble. I'll be using them for all sorts of stuff. Also sell them, of course, to people who want them. Yeah, I'm definitely convinced about getting a wyvern for PvE, not for PvP purposes. I mean, if I have to, of course, I can use it, but I will probably be a little bit more reserved. I also want to make sure that the wyvern I get is over 200, so it can't be used as a, you know, can't be used as a demand, something to, like, shoot it if I have it on passive for whatever reason. Because the main thing I want to do is I want to use it to run around and kill wild dinos with it. Get meat, get hide, get resources, just destroy stuff. I've never actually used the wyvern, so. Alright, corn. I'm gonna have to make a mind wipe tonic before too long, so I can get my stats all fixed. Got a little blistering pain in my hand there. So yeah, this stream's a little late. I'll probably stream for about another hour. Didn't realize it was already 4. Thought it was close to like 3:30. I'll probably stream until about server restart, at which point I should probably get sleep. But tomorrow, I can stream for quite a long time, because I do not have Raid. Assuming I have no Pathfinder, and I haven't heard anything about Pathfinder in the channel, so I don't think we're having Pathfinder yet. I think the Jade Regent campaign is currently going on tomorrow, so that's just a Pathfinder campaign that I'm not involved in. So until another Thundermoon one comes up, I'll just have to wait out. Yeah, I have a lot of produce, which is nice. So, very easily sell this. So I need to get souls, because I believe the traders, known as the brokers, on Crassite. Oh yeah, if you want a fast mount, Terras are just pretty much the main thing you wanted to use if you want to get from point A to point B, because you can push its movement speed to ridiculous levels. My only issue with Terras is they're super weak. Like, You take one headshot and your Terra's dead. Like, your Terras can die very easily. They're just so frail. And the speed does help, but because a lot of the weapons are hit scan, like the long neck and the pistol, that's really not an issue for some pretty good marksmen. They can outright snipe them. But again, that's more of a PvP thing. So if you don't have any PvP issues, yeah, the Terras are pretty good. I don't know what to do with all this. But the only reason I want a Wyvern is just for like PvE farming stuff. I don't think there's anything else I need to do in here. Which is why I want the Lightning, because the Lightning does the best amount of consistent damage, so it's the best for PvE. It's really good against bosses. I already paint all these? Looks like it. Oh, I got these ceilings here. That's what I think I was going for. And this side. So... well, you really don't want to take a Gigabyte regardless, just because of the severe bleed damage. I don't think I'll need to pick up more mud, but I think I'm getting kind of low. And I've never had any desire to get something like a Giga either. I feel like the Gigas are just kind of silly. Not to mention if you put a large steel bear trap in the way, because of their limited movement, it's kind of hard for them to avoid it anyways. So by doing so, you can easily dismount a player, and once you've dismounted the player, the Giga's not that huge of a deal. You can use varieties of things to either knock it out or kill it. Likewise, a Wyvern's probably pretty good at doing that. Killing it, that is. Because of just the amount of raw damage you can do at a distance. Alright, so we gotta do this middle, and we gotta do this ceiling. I'll have to pick up that ramp here for too long. Good thing it's morning. I have all the daylight to see and paint with. Only in war situations, of course. But, wouldn't surprise me if we had a war at some point. It really depends on how active the server stays. Because, I mean, when we were all playing on the same map, like on the island and such, there was always people on. So there was really not too much of an issue. But now that we have two maps, it spread our player base out. And while they can transfer between, it doesn't really help too much, given that they're still spread. And given that the maps are also very big. So... two maps plus being very large maps makes it a little bit harder to just randomly run into people unless you have, you know, designated hotspots to like find people. I should I think I'll go around this way since I can connect to stuff. Don't think I have anything here. Alright. Yeah, we need I think we need a slight change, at least, we need a boost in population, is what we really need. And given that we're not using tech tier, a lot of players, I guess more newer roleplay enthusiastic players may not want to join, but again, tech tier is a difficult thing to get, even in normal situations. So tech tier is not that viable, and I don't think tech tier is great for roleplay. It makes people too much of superhumans than anything really realistic. So I'm perfectly fine with tech tier not being here. We also have players who are too busy playing Conan, and that's also lowered our numbers a bit. I haven't seen Zeus since Conan came out. Zeus has pretty much gone over and just kept playing Conan now. Which is fine, of course, everybody has their own game they want to play, but it also just a sign that we have people being split. And I have no interest in Conan. Conan has just, I don't know, it's a little bland to me. Ark has dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are always awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it here so I can pull this back support out. I don't know about that. Because right now the only tech tier things are the armor. And the armor right now is like specifically designed for PvP. The tech tier equipment is specifically designed for PvP. Like, you can use it in PvE, but it doesn't have as much purpose. Like, because of the fact that it uses element, and you have to get boss kills to use or to get element enough to constantly use it, it's not a viable PvE option. You just can't really use it enough. It just doesn't work. But in PvP, it's a strong set of armor, and the weapons are actually pretty decent. Even though the tech rifle is a projectile for some reason. Which is, god damn it. Yeah, for some reason the tech rifle is a projectile weapon instead of a hit scan. I'm guessing it's projectile because it's a damaging weapon in PvP. Now, I used the tech rifle against animals, and the tech rifle actually does not do a lot of damage, and it consumes a pretty decent amount of element for ammo. So it's I don't think it's viable in any PvE situation. Because even using the armor to fly, or use super speed run, or punch, or breathing underwater, all that stuff, even all of that uses up element at a pretty fast rate. So without modded tech tier that would like prolong the usage or reduce the cost, it would just be not viable. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, that seems like a really bad design choice as a developer. If you just released a game on early access, the last thing you should be doing is taking a very prolonged, extended break. Your game's not finished. Your game just came out. Your game has bugs. Your game has issues. You can't just say, we'll let it go, and then wait for all those issues to pile up and then deal with it all at once, because it's just going to be worse. The Ark devs knew that. The Ark devs were on it 24/7 since launch. When it came out, the game had like 15 patches in the first 24 hours just to fix a lot of the bugs. Yeah, that just seems like a really stupid decision. Just can't see if I can find a connect point for that. Trying to figure out where I can move this so I can still have support. But yeah, not... Stuff like that sounds really stupid to me. I don't know why any dev was doing it. But then again, I have no real trust that Conan will be the so-called Ark killer that everyone says it is. Every time there's a popular game like Ark, and another game comes along, and it just happens to be within the same genre, they claim that the new game will be the previous game's death. That's... And I know that for a fact because I play World of Warcraft, and every new MMO is like, oh, this will be the new WoW killer. And that's been the same thing for about 12 years, and WoW is still going. WoW's actually going to go on its 13th year here before too long. So the people who claim X game is going to be Y game's killer is just full of shit. Absolute full of shit. None of those predictions have ever come true. I guarantee you none of those have. And Ark already has a massive player base. Massive. Absolutely massive. In fact, I think recently they just hit the newest, like, high number of players playing at one time, which is pretty impressive. I think it was like almost 100,000 at once, which is actually, when you think about that, it's actually more than Dota. Dota does have like 10 million players, but they don't all play at the same time, so. It was pretty high up there on the player stats for the charts. How many of these do I got? Oh, I gotta go this way now. But yeah, I really hate those people who are just like, oh, this will kill this game or this game and all this other bullshit. It's just really stupid. Because I'm stretching it thin, I'm gonna have to put this here first. This is like a puzzle. It's how to paint the ceiling without breaking your supports that you're using. Also notice that that pillar is not 100% connected, but I'm not that picky about that. But yeah, I have no real faith that Conan will kill Ark or steal Ark's players, because when I watched the trailer for Conan, it's like, oh, this looks like it's going to be very identical to Rust. It'll have very little to no PvE, or the PvE will be so weak that most people will ignore it, which is a big downside. Like, Rust has 0 PvE. There's no PvE component to Rust at all. So, because of that, it'll be very PvP focused, and having a game that is purely focused on only one aspect can really, really, really burn people out. Especially with having the same elements as Rust, such as persistent bodies, persistent bases, all the stuff that can, you know, lead to griefing and trolling and having your bases destroyed. Especially with the whole gods thing. So you could have all the, like, gods running around wiping out bases while people are offline and all this other crap. And it doesn't appear there's any form of, like, mitigation to that. The PvP also looks very bare bones. It's just like, hit mouse 1 as much as possible until the other person stops moving. And I know you can probably say the same thing about Ark, but Ark has a lot more varied combat. You have a lot more different weapons to use that actually have different effects. You have dinosaurs. Dinosaurs add a lot more combat to the game. I think Conan just has slaves, and I don't think they really add much other than an extra NPC for someone to shoot at or swing at. You do have the gods, but again, I don't see that being a strong selling point. Did I get that side panel? Gonna K-vision it. Yep, alright. I need to get the ceilings underneath these, because some of them are not lit up properly, mostly the corners. So I did miss a little bit of brick paint. Oh! Was that seriously? Oh, damn. I didn't have it connected on this side. Alright, well, I broke a lot of that. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna have to reclimb. See, that's the whole strategy. I'm gonna have to make some more ceilings for that. I'm gonna need the ceilings anyways, so if I plan to build that conference room up on the new 3rd floor, which will be up here, I need ceilings. So what I was thinking, since, you know, Barkus brought it up, I should have a conference room, some kind of neutral area that will be off limits during most of the normal bar activity. So if I'm just normally open, unless somebody requests to use it, it'll just be an off limits area over here. I'm thinking about this area a little bit higher up. And essentially, people could come here, multiple parties of different sides, and use it as a neutral ground for. So as soon as I found out they are taking a break, it's like, no, yeah. If I had heard that, I'd be immediately suspicious, because that doesn't sound like developers who are very committed to it. They just thought, hey, let's make a survival game. Let's copy some aspects from what makes Ark good, such as the building system with the snaps, and just call it a day. And to be honest, Ark didn't invent that. Rust had that. Rust had it. Rust was the one that started doing that. Granted, Rust's build system was very crappy. Very crappy. It's better now. It's definitely way better in the new one, but the legacy version was garbage. It was so bad. So, yeah. I could definitely see that. Oh, I don't have the brick on me. But yeah, I'm thinking about making a conference room. It'll be a 3rd floor there. And basically, you can essentially make a request to rent it out, not with like an actual payment, but for like a certain amount of time to use it to have a discussion with like another party. Oh, I'm making a lot of extra ceilings. So multiple parties could enter, maybe 2 or 3. There'd be basically a long table in the middle with people to, be able to sit around. And essentially, you wouldn't be allowed weapons in there. So any weapons would be off limits. So people would go in with no weapons. I don't have any way of searching people. That's a feature I think Ark needs, is an ability to search another player, such as you go up to them, you hold E, and what you do is you go request to inventory. And this would allow you to accept or decline it, and if you accepted it, you could look into the other person's inventory, something like that. I think that would be very cool if people can't make a mod for that or something. But essentially, no weapons, and they could have that as a neutral ground where they could discuss out their issues or whatever it is that they need to talk about. Or you could have 2 like agreeing parties using it for like a planning station of sorts. Like a meetup point, essentially. Or you could just rent it out and have a party in it, for all I give a shit. Just have a little private area where you can drink with, like, select people. Sort of like a VIP room, I guess. So, Marcus kind of gave me that idea when he brought the paper over for me to sign. He's like, do you have an office? I'm like, oh, fuck, no, I don't. I don't have shit. I don't even have a bed, much less an office. So, had to fix that. Alright, should have plenty to go around here. But yeah, I'm gonna try and make that. It won't be anything fancy. But I've got plenty of room to do it. Plus, I'm gonna need to build an attic floor anyways. And while that'll be a little bit extra work, I don't plan to open till next week anyways. So it's not like it's gonna cause me a massive delay. Alright, let's get some of these ceilings, because I'll forget. Yeah, the main focus of this tavern is to be a roleplay hub, which is pretty straightforward. I seriously something on the verge of taking a break on the server because it has been so quiet, especially on Eternia. So today we decided to do that sort of RP moment when I'm yeah, I mean that was definitely the most roleplay I've seen in a little while. I mean there are events, but currently because so many people are on the volcano, because the volcano has scorched earth animals and whatnot, more people want to play on that map. So this map has a lot less people, therefore this map also has a lot less roleplay. I haven't seen the population on here get very big, so until we get more people hosting events over here, it's going to be rough. So I'm hoping when I open the bar, that'll kind of help fix that some, because I know the other server opened a bar but I don't know anything about that or like what's involved in it. Let me go ahead and start cleaning these up. I should be able to pull this down without too much risk. But yeah, we need more server events. Currently, the Masquerade has hosted 2 events, and I was at the first one. I didn't know about the second one, and it was fun, but there wasn't many people there. Like, I think total we had maybe about 10, 12 at the most, and that's including the Masquerade. And the Masquerade were about 5 or 6 people. So with that was about, what is it, like 6, 7 people that were like on the server over there that weren't like hosting the event. So it wasn't a lot of people. And we need more people to do roleplay events and such. I've spent most of my time doing construction, getting this place up and running. So once I hit that point where I don't have to build, I won't have to worry about that anymore, because at that point I'll be in solid roleplay mode. I can just pretty much roleplay all the time, whenever. So if something's happening, I can literally stop what I'm doing and go investigate or join in, because there's nothing I have that requires immediate attention. Did I get that other one? Okay, I did. Yeah, we need more roleplay events on Valhalla. We have too many people on the other server. And while I do plan to visit Crassite, I'm not going to be there for very long. And hopefully I can encourage some people to, you know, come stop by. Alright, I gotta see... I think I got all of the ceilings now. Except for on the far left side. Okay. Whoa. We're working on events with our arena, but we kind of have to go look for RP because the radio is so quiet. Hopefully when the tavern is finished, it will concentrate the player around there. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. Because one thing I've noticed is the moderators, because I don't think it's the admins, but the moderators can announce roleplay events happening on the other server. Because while I've been on here working, I've had notifications pop up saying, hey, there's a roleplay event happening on Crassite, so if you need help getting there, you know, ask on TeamSpeak and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's neat. So if we're having a roleplay event on Eternia, the people on Crassite should be getting a notification through that, which should, you know, allow people to, you know, come over and investigate. Now, I haven't gone over to any of the ones on Crassite, mainly because, again, I've been so damn busy. I have to, you know, I have a lot of work to get done in order to actually get this place up and running. When I'm not doing this anymore, I will be able to go visit Crassite a lot more often for roleplay events. I just don't have that opportunity at the moment. So that's mostly my thoughts on it. And I'm really hoping that... Who knows, maybe at some point... We're only about, what, we're almost a month into the server since it's been wiped. So it could change dramatically. Maybe all of a sudden there are fewer people on Crassite and there's more on Eternia. Which actually means more lag for me, unfortunately, because Eternia is not that stable. Alright, so your weight's 250. Your melee damage is pretty high. Your health's pretty good. Let's get that movement speed up. Since you still got about 35 more levels to go. But yeah, fuck, what is that even saying? Let's do it here. Yeah, I'm really hoping that everything goes well. I'm also hoping that the servers don't get, like, wiped, like, too quickly. Because, I mean, this took me a month to do. Oh, I mean, it is now, but during peak hours, which is around, I want to say around 10 a.m. to about 12 p.m., which is, that's Eastern, by the way. Eastern Standard Time for me. Around that time is when most people are on, because a lot of people are from the UK, so that's a little bit more earlier for them. So around that time, the server gets pretty laggy, because there's a lot more people on. Let me pull that up. But, yeah. The connection varies. Yeah, but I don't know what that means, too. So if, like, in the next 2 months, our server gets wiped and we have to start over, I would feel like that's a little too fast. Because, I mean, I put a month's work into this, and if it's gone in the next 2, then that would actually kill a lot of my motivation to keep playing. Now, if the volume is roleplay specific, for example, if we're still on the same 2 maps, but the next volume we've upgraded a tier, say we get the Fabricator stuff unlocked, or like major lore developments happen and change and such, that would be interesting. But as long as the server's not being wiped every 3 months, I think we're good. Of course, I think the server needs to get cleaned up a little. Abandoned structures, abandoned rafts, stuff like that need to be cleaned up so the server can, you know, function properly. But I just don't want the server to be wiped frequently. Because, I mean, look at all... I have so much footage of all this work that I'm doing, and to get only about 2 months of roleplay out of it before I lose it would be terrible. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm interpreting right, it's purely roleplay based. Which, if it is, that's fine. But if it isn't, that's gonna possibly cause problems. And I won't be able to keep doing that forever because I have to go back to college. So when that happens, my roleplay time will be dropped dramatically. But if I'm still on, if we still have the server in about 6 months, which I don't know if we will, I could easily continue to roleplay because I don't have to worry about building and such. But if we have a server wipe or anything, there's no way I'd be able to continue at that point because I'd be too busy doing work than actually having time to work in the game. There's a bunch near the orb, and I'm kind of wondering if a lot of people who started on here abandoned ship to go to Crassite and didn't come back. And how many of them are just, like, there's too many near the obelisk here. I think they need to go clean up the ones that are just sitting there. There's a lot of abandoned rafts at the moment. They definitely need to be fixed and cleaned up. Because I wouldn't be surprised that that's contributing to some of the server lag. We also have the issue of the medieval fences. Medieval fences currently are causing the server to crash. I don't know how many people know that. I'm really hoping the notifications change so people will know that, so this isn't a huge issue. But at the moment, the medieval fences causes the server to crash, which is bad. Volumes will be 3 months long. After those 3 months, we will start a new volume with a new overarching plot, as well as often a new island, new mods, etc. However, characters and lore will continue. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that means. The reason I say that being, I can interpret that a couple ways. A new island, new mods, etc. What I think, and this is my interpretation, what I think that means is they add another map. For example, one of the maps I'm thinking they could do would be like the, what's the pirate one? It's like a like a bay, cove, something. I forget what the name of the map is. It's a really popular map. What they would do is they add a third server, and they would have a new map, a new island, technically, that people could go to visit, people could roleplay on, etc., etc. And while I think that's what they plan to do, I think, yeah, the Thieves one. Well, I think that's what they plan to do. I feel like that could really, really stretch the player base. If we had as many people as Twitch RP, where we're almost server capped, I think that'd be amazing, because then we'd have people across multiple islands. We'd have an additional map with more people that could fill into it, which would actually balance out server stress if we were capped on any others. But we're not capped right now. We have a smaller player base. So an additional map would be good if when we reach that point and we have more people. But if we don't have enough people, I don't think an additional map's going to help us, even if it does add new lore. Now, the new mods thing could be understandable, because they could take out some mods and add new mods, etc. As long as they don't take out mods like S+. If they take out S+, the majority of people's buildings are going to be destroyed. And I don't think they would do something like that. But yeah, as long as they don't, like, fully wipe the original maps, I think we should be good. But if it's literally, like, in the next 2 months, this map is gone, Crash Site's gone, and we have something completely different, I don't think I'll be able to stick around for that, because it's too fast. There's not enough time for people to roleplay. There's not enough time for people to develop characters, because people have to play the game at the same time. People have to play the game at the same time. You can't just entirely ignore the gameplay mechanics and just start role-playing. You can, but you're not going to have as great experience. Like, if you start role-playing and you don't bother with leveling up or making a base or taming dinosaurs or doing any of that, you're going to be stuck in a rut for, like, a long time. Which is why a lot of people are getting that out of the way first. I will probably make a thread and discussing that, just so I can kind of get an idea of what they actually have, so they can clarify and whatnot. Hell, I could just, highlight this segment where I'm talking about it and, put that in there. Just say, hey, these are all my thoughts. This is what I'm thinking. Is this what you guys plan to do? Is this different? Am I, like, not even close? What's the deal? But yeah, as long as they are thinking about the longevity of the server as well as the roleplay, I think we'll be fine. My only concern again is if we add a new map with a new island, we need a bigger player base. If we had, I'd say even if we had 60 people, 30 on this server, 30 on the other, or somewhere around that, I think another map would be fine. But if we're fluctuating, or we're under 30, or we don't really have that many people, it could be a problem. Because on the island, roleplay was very easy. The island wasn't that massive. The island also was only one server, so everybody was on the same server. There wasn't really competition, as far as I know, for land. So there was actually plenty of places for people to build. Hell, the first spot I built in, I actually enjoyed until I moved to a different spot. I actually had 2 different bases. I ended up getting rid of the original at one point. But yeah, we were all on one server, so roleplay was much easier to occur. It happened very frequently. Almost every day I would log in, and something would be going on over the radio, etc., etc. There was a lot of conflict on the island, though. And I think that's because I was a little bit late to the party. So a lot of that conflict was starting to brew up. Shit. Yeah, I need to start painting instead of wandering around, because the server's going to restart before it's too long. Hell, maybe I'll just stay awake through the night, and at some point I'll change it to day 29. Because I've been having trouble sleeping anyways. So I probably stay up, and that'll get me tired enough that the next time I'll actually fall asleep. But yeah, I'll probably bring it up. You mother... Oh god, I can't even get that, can I? So yeah, I've got a lot of different thoughts on it, but again, because it's slightly vague in what the actual finite details are, it's really hard to say what's going to happen. So I think they do need to clarify that. Need to be very open with what they plan to do and all that. And I don't mind the admins using a little bit of their power to, like, you know, help influence roleplay and whatnot, like how they have currently with the Queen and such. I don't mind that. That they own the server, that's something they can do. As long as they're not, you know, making it forced and, like, say, hey, this is everything you have to do and whatnot. It could be very, very aggravating. As someone who has been role-playing for a very fucking long time, and I'm not exaggerating about that. Characters in power can either be very good or very niche. So, when you have a character in power, that character in power has to be believable and has to be realistic and cannot be overbearing. I don't know if the Queen is that yet. I haven't actually interacted with them. In fact, I think I saw them when the Capitol opened, but I don't remember really interacting with them too much. But again, I can't really say because I have had very little interaction, and I'm hoping they do some of their own events too, because right now it's been quiet, and I think that's been a major issue due to what happened recently with Mesri and PX, I think that's his name, with the whole attack on the Capitol that wasn't authorized and all that. While it did spur roleplay, there was like innumerable amount of rule breaks that occurred, like way too many. And it just resulted in both the players being, there's the notification, resulted in both the players being banned, and it kind of seemed to stir up the community a lot, with people having mixed feelings on both sides and all that. And I feel like the admins have slightly taken a breather, to kind of like regain composure and then to re-enter the game. I've seen John around. John was on the radio earlier. He's not an admin, but he's one of the Obsidian Sons, so he's technically important character in that way. Yeah, that's actually pretty reasonable, because they've taken that pause. That can be an in-character reaction, like, hey, something's up, something's not right, they're just not here, what's happening? We're being attacked by bandits, where's the Obsidian Sun, all this other stuff. Provoke them. Say, hey, let's start some roleplay, let's get this shit going. All this other stuff. I'm trying to not to destroy everything. I'm very, I think most of this is snapped well. Who, John? God, every time I pull one of these, I feel like it's gonna collapse. Because it did it to me on the outside, but I think the outside wasn't that interlocked. Okay. Making progress. Gotta go all the way around. Good news is, I'm actually almost done painting. Like, almost done. Like, all I have to do is get this side, which is not a lot because a lot of these pillars are in the way. Then I gotta get that up there, and then that side, and then back around up to here, and then I'm done. That's actually would be 100% of the tavern painted, minus the stairs. With a little bit of brick left on the underside of some of these ceilings. And I'll actually be done with that. Not completely done with painting. I have to paint the guest house. Still haven't decided what color I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do cantaloupe. I'll experiment some. I don't want to do anything funky. May do olive. Olive is actually not a bad color. It's got a pretty natural color to it. Oh god, this snap point again. Fuck. I hate this. If it would snap directly where it's showing me every time I did that, this wouldn't be a problem. But this is just a constant problem. It even does this in single player. So. Oh, I do have to paint the windows. I almost forgot about that. That's not a big deal, though. I'm pretty sure that's going to be cantaloupe, because it gives a bronze color to it. Or I could try mud. See how mud looks on metal. I know brick looks pretty good, but not with the glass. The glass is not like true metal. Fuck. I also need to mass make dyes. So, during one of these streams, I'm going to sit here for probably about a couple hours. Going back... Motherfucker. Going back and forth, getting berries, and making a bunch of dyes. Because I need a bunch of dyes for the ink shop, for my tattoo parlor. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm almost done with this section. I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah, I'll have to make, like, at least 200 of every dye, which will probably take a few hours to do. And then that should have me set for a while. Because I almost guarantee you, if I have the tattoo shop open, when I open, it's going to be kind of populated. Is that the snap point? I think it is. Looks like it. Soon with the arena and leaving some sort of advent in the end about everyone meeting in the Muddy Spino. That would be awesome. One second. Let me slightly fix the chat. I'm trying to find, like, I don't want to move the chat too much because of the actual text menu here. I could bring it down lower. In fact, while it's up. Yeah, something like that. That actually might be a little bit better. That way I can still read it without it cutting off too much. I just tried to, like, not hide any information. So, like, in the bottom left corner, I've got that picture of my Spino character. But the only important information down there is, like, stats. Like, if I'm hungry, or I'm starving, or I'm under an effect of something. And that's not really that important. It also, moving that frees up the top left corner. The top right literally has nothing. So that's another corner. In fact, I could put the chat under there. Whoop. Like that. Because I'm pretty sure nothing appears in that corner. Some sort of admin, money spawner, would be awesome. Probably weekend or next. Okay. Yeah, it's going to depend on when I open. And if I manage to open on time next week, that would be pretty good. It also means that I've probably spent way too many hours on this. Fuck. How am I gonna do this? How did I do this last time? I mean, I could try to paint it from the outside. Oh, right, I did it like this, because you had to snap from this wall. Okay. So... boom. 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 Oh, we're barely gonna have enough. No! Oh god, I had to look the other direction to figure out where the chat was for a second. I moved it so much, I was like, oh god. Oh, that's what it slightly covers. Okay. Yeah, again, I'm trying to find a good spot for the chat. I think where I had it over here is not bad. Because the only thing it's blocking is slightly my inventory, but that's not too bad. Worst case scenario, I turn off my picture overlay and just put the chat down there. I do love the overlay. It's cute. But I can turn it off and just, like, drop the chat down. Because, it's not like my inventory's invisible. And, because whenever I do this, you can see my inventory in the action bar in the bottom, so it's not like it's hiding anything. I do have to ask how that works as evidence, like if I use my stream as video evidence, because I have overlays and I have the chat and stuff and I can move stuff around. how much of that would be considered evidence, because it's not technically edited. It's still raw footage. It's raw live footage. It does have effects to it, though. But none of it's tampered if I link you directly to the raw footage that is from Twitch. As long as it's a recent event. Anything that goes back too far will not exist on Twitch at some point, and will actually be saved on YouTube. I have all the raw footage from the previous Twitch episodes up on YouTube at the moment. They're all private, though, so nobody can really see them. Is that the right one? Nope. Is this the right one? Yes. There we go. Yeah, I'm very picky with the chat placement. Okay. It better be the right ceiling. Thank God. Yeah, I'm hoping, because I'm streaming, something may happen which I can use video evidence for some reason or other. But I haven't been in a situation where that's been needed. Can I break this top one, or is that going to break the bottom? I mean, I could just break them in reverse. Like, when I was playing on the island, I recorded every play session. Every play session. Every time I logged in, I started up OBS, I hit record, and I started playing. And that happened the entire time. But the only difference is I was a lot quieter, because the only time you would hear me is whenever... this is a predicament. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay. Yeah, I don't really actively search for dangerous situations, so I don't really have to worry about that. I just record all the time, just for whatever purpose. Especially roleplay events. So, like, on the island, I had several roleplay events that I went to, mostly with KDS, and I had all that footage raw recorded. Oh, I forgot about that little section right there I may have to do. So yeah, I have footage of all that and whatnot. Did I need to use it? No, but I did have it in case something happened. So if I accidentally killed somebody with a dino I didn't see, if I, you know, if I broke a rule that I didn't realize until after the fact, I had the footage to, you know, kind of back me up in case I made a mistake, because I really didn't know what I was doing a lot of the time. My ARK hours were like under 30 when I joined the server, so I didn't really know a whole lot. In addition to all the rules and whatnot. But yeah, just kind of an emergency. Also, you never know when you may be the victim of an attack. So if you get attacked, you have the footage to prove what happened on your perspective, your side. So you could get attacked by a bandit by like almost any instance. That happened to me, and I had footage of it. Granted, neither side broke any rules, but yeah, I had footage in case something did happen. The bandits were more or less trying to kidnap me, though, so... And I think I technically initiated in a way by firing warning shots. I don't know if that counts as an initiation, if you fire a warning shot. I would assume so, even if I'm not directly aiming the gun at anyone and just using it to scare people. I did that to try to scare the bandits off because I saw the bandits coming a mile away. Because, unfortunately for them, every time they came by, I saw them as they were landing. So I was able to run back, get my riot armor, get my guns, and then go and, like, scare them off. So I got really lucky in that regard. But yeah, never anything bad happened so far. But I don't have the hard drive space, so I'm streaming instead. Plus, it's more entertaining for people to watch, especially if I do big events or take part in big events. So not only will roleplay situations and events be highlights on Twitch, but the whole entire raw footage will be available on YouTube. I'll probably make them public at some point, but not at the moment. I also need to upload the raw footage from the island, because I did have some nice events there, and nice situations that happened. Oh, I left this sitting up here for some stupid fucking reason. I wonder if that 1 minute warning is going to come out. Huh, 8-3. I'm already lost a bit of food. Oh, fuck, I missed the middle. Shit. Alright, well, I'm about to fix that. Probably have to do it after restart, though. It's a little late. Yeah, it's about to restart in a minute. Wrong button. Let me go back to Discord, because a lot of messages happened while I was gone. It's gonna die. I think the only time I died in Christmas was delayed. Parachutes was scary. Parachutes have such a delay to at what point they actually are slowing you down. Because you can't just jump off like a 30-foot cliff and activate it and be fine, because they'll take fall damage. But if you jump off really high and you activate it early and you are gliding for a while, then you're fine. Assuming you don't hit something. Something can be short-lived. Later. I'm kind of hoping he's gonna send out the 1 minute notification. So probably makes that easier. Maybe blah blah. Freeze me more. 5%. Oh, someone found a Basilosaurus, the new like whale dinosaur, on Valhalla. Huh, that's cool. Oh, okay. That's why the server has been delayed. You've been fucking with Sven on Discord. I was like, that delay, like, he should have been calling out the 1 minute a while ago. I was confused. Alright, I'm going to... Those always calls me lag whenever those messages come out. Alright. Gonna go ahead and exit, and I'll just wait for the server to come back. I was gonna stop, but I'm like wide awake right now, so... What time zone are you in? You, US, UK, somewhere in between, or at worst, Australia? Just leave it here until the server comes back. I need to add the volcano. That's something I should do while I'm waiting. Alright, UK. So you're actually... God damn, when you were role-playing with me earlier, what fucking time was it? It's 10 a.m. now, yeah. See, this is usually the time of day where people are starting to get closer to playing. It's getting around there. But, like... You and Marcus were over at my place, like, God, when was that? About almost 12 hours ago. Were you, like... Yeah, I mean, that was quite a while back. Did you even go to sleep, or... I mean, you probably could have at that point. It would have been probably before midnight. So, you guys probably could have had plenty of time to sleep between now and then. Because That's just boggling for me to like process through my head because during that time I was finishing up the tavern and then I had to log out and then raid for 3 hours and then log back in to do some more ARK after about a 2 hour break. Yeah, if I had to take a guess, that was probably close to about 10 p.m. or something for you. Because right now it is 5 a.m. I haven't gone to sleep, so I've been up for a while. Yeah, I think we have more UK players than we do US, and that doesn't surprise me. It's a French server, so naturally anyone from the UK is going to have a much more stable connection than me, and that's fine and whatnot. Especially since I'm not too PvP oriented. But yeah, that's why my server ping is usually higher during these points of times because I'm all the way across the ocean. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the server to come back, and then we're gonna keep working. Go to 110. Oh, nice. I also need to. I'm gonna be doing other streams as well, so I'm kind of a variety streamer, more or less. I will stream what I think is enjoyable, what I want to play, etc. And I've got some game ideas in the background. Right now, Ark Roleplay is a very fun game to play. So that's the main reason I do that. Oh yeah, I mean Twitch RP is I think U.S. centered. So again, it's 5 a.m. for me. So most people are asleep. uh, During around like let's say 7-8 hours from now, it's usually a lot higher. Also, most of the people who are on Twitch RP are playing Conan right now because Twitch RP has its own Conan server. So naturally, a lot of people who play the Twitch RP on Ark are playing it on Conan right now, so a lot of the numbers have dropped a lot. They'll probably be back, though, before too long. I have no doubt about that. But yeah, Twitch RP is fairly low right now. And I'm told I'm not even on the whitelist, but I was able to join this server at one point. Like, I just found the server in the server list, and was like, oh, that looks like fun. And I just hit join, and it let me in. I was like, oh, okay. Apparently there's a whitelist, and I apparently broke it. Or I got past it. I don't know. Time I spent in games closer to a day and a half, yeah. But yeah, I got a few ideas. One of them is Brawler's Guild, or Brawlgar, I believe it is, for Warcraft. I love the solo one-on-one instance fights that they do for brawling. It's really, really fun. Basically, you go in as a max level character, and you do a quick 2-minute fight against a certain boss, like a mini boss. And you have to beat the boss within 2 minutes, and if 2 minutes expires, you die immediately. So it's like a really fast challenge, and every boss has its own unique mechanics and how they work and all that, and it's a really fun challenge. I've done it for 2 seasons, and I've been top brawler both seasons, which is awesome. So I need to do it for this season, since I just got an invite. I need to get another trinket, though, in order to actually fight well. my character's a little undertuned in terms of my damage spec. My healing spec though is amazing. Like I might be a little up there for my healing. Basically, you have 4 fights a rank, and there are 8 ranks. So season 1 there were actually 10. They started out with 8, and they added 2 more. So you would do a fight, and then you would be progressed to the next fight, and you're in a queue with a bunch of other people. And it's just this big open arena where you could sit there and watch everybody brawl. So if you're not fighting, you can watch the other people fighting and seeing how they tackle different things as different classes. And usually you watch people die a lot. Did the server restart? Okay, yeah, it did. Alright. I refreshed just as that happened. That was perfect. But, yeah, it's a really fun and very hard challenge, but very rewarding. So every time you win the first 4 bosses, you go up a rank. And then you're presented with the next set of 4 bosses. And every boss is unique. And each class has its own difficulties with certain bosses and whatnot. Whether it's movement related, whether it's health related, survivability, stuff like that. And then you get to the 8 rank boss, and then you're getting your ass kicked really hard. And then they had special bosses you could brawl, card bosses. You had to unlock the card. You'd give the card to the one of the guards and say, I want to fight this boss, and then you get put in the queue, and then you fight that specific boss. And if you get to rank 8, you get the brawler title, and you get a mount. And for the first 2 seasons, the mount was the Brawler's Motion Beast, which was really cool. And I managed to get that before it got removed. And I hit rank 10 season 1, and I hit rank 8 season 2, because those were the highest levels. And when you get the max rank, you are recognized with a t-shirt, essentially. And the t-shirt says that you are like the Brawler Guild, or the Brawlgar Brawling Champion. And it has a buff that everyone can see, and it's really cool. So I need to do it again this season. I already have the t-shirt, but they have a new mount, and I want that mount because it's fucking cool. So I'm going to do that all again. So I'll probably stream me getting my ass kicked by a bunch of bosses before I kick their ass back. And I'll see at what point I get stuck, because I'll probably get stuck. They also have these new random brawls where they'll grab anybody that's in the queue, and you all have to brawl at the same time. So you're all doing an encounter together. So it's like suddenly everybody's doing a raid, like mid-queue. It's just random, and it's pretty neat. So that's a stream idea I'll probably do before too long. I have to get another trinket, though, because I can't do it at the moment. Another stream idea, and I know this one will be good, because I tend to get a few viewers when I do this. I will run Alien Isolation on Nightmare mode as an Iron Man challenge. Basically, what I would do is I would start a new game on Nightmare, which disables the HUD and disables the map, so you have no navigation, and you have no user interface. So you have to, remember most everything. You also die in one hit from everything. You die in one hit from everything. It's really fucking hard. And the Iron Man challenge would essentially be I have to go from the beginning of the game to the end without dying. If I die, I have to restart that save over from the very beginning. As in, I have to restart the game entirely and go all the way back to the prologue and then play through it. And I know it's doable. I've seen people do it. The fastest person I seen do it did it in about 6 hours. I probably can't do it that fast, but I could probably do it pretty well. And yeah, that'll be pretty entertaining and stressful, because I'm very good against the alien AI, but even the alien AI is very smart. The AI in that game is one of the best AI ever put in games ever. It is complex as hell. It has its own algorithms. It has It's actually two AIs. It's a two-part AI system. It's really fucking smart. It never cheats, though. It is never fully aware of your position at all times. But it has hints. So it's a very smart fucking AI. Coupled with the fact that it's an alien makes it way more terrifying and all that such. But yeah, that's something I plan to do. I'm not sure when I'll do that, but it probably won't be too long from now. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun to do. I really love Alien Isolation. It's such a great game. Plus, that'll probably get me the achievement if I can beat it without dying, because I haven't done that yet. I've gotten pretty far. Most of my fuck-ups have been vents that I just tried to sprint through, which is something I should never do. And I just got pulled up and died and killed immediately. I think I'm going to need another haircut before too long. Luckily, it's not growing that fast. It is getting taller. I don't like it too long. I like my hair short. And it's supposed to imitate this look. So I'm gonna go give myself a quick little snip and try to remember what the hell I was painting last, because I have so little to draw. Caesars. Use snip. Let's cut back on that since we're here, and it's usually right about there. So what I like to do is I like a little bit of a buzz cut. I don't want it too short that it's like not there, but I don't want it too long that it's already growing out. So usually about right before the H is a good medium ground. And I like the new settings. The hair does not grow back at ridiculously fast speeds. Here's my sword. It's fucking amazing. Oh, thank you. I got a sword upgraded. It's got like 190 damage, and I found an apprentice sword that was actually of worse quality. And it's like, oh, okay, well that's a disappointment. But yeah, I had that commissioned. When was that? That was July, I think. Yeah, it was July. July of last year. Around the time that I started playing on ARKRP. Actually, it was it was middle of the season that I was playing on, because I joined in May. Oh, right, we were doing these. I joined in May, and I had that commission because I had such an ARK addiction, and I was like, you know what? The same character I have is a character of a pre-existing fictional race. So I wanted to try and do something different, and I was like, you know what? Let's go with the dinosaur character, because that's what I'm currently playing the most of. And out of all of them, it's like a Spino would be a pretty great character, so I went with that. And she's got her whole mythology and all this other stuff. She's got lore to her character and whatnot. So I really like that in all of her design. The full picture is my offline screen, so if I ever go offline, or I'm just not streaming, you can look at the page and you can see the full image. The artwork was really, really nice. I had a lot of reference images. I gave the artist as much information as possible so they could get the image done as accurately as possible. And they did a fantastic job. There's a few edits here and there, but nothing that was too severe. Her smile was too long at one point during the sketch, and I didn't know that was actually part of her face, so we had to tone that back. At one point, she was flat-chested, like, to the point that I kind of pointed that out, and I was like, she's, you know, kind of missing something there, and she's like, oh, fuck, I forgot that entirely. Her arm had a slight adjustment. There was, her snout was also shorter. The Spinos have fairly long snouts, so I had that extended to match it. Other than that, most of the details were pretty much spot on. And I tried to make it look as much like the Ark Spinosaurus as possible. Yeah, I had that commissioned by a very, very good artist. And I've had other pieces of that character done. But not anything I can post in the stream. One of them is Ark related. In fact, it's taming related. I thought it was really amusing. But it has nudity in it, so I can't exactly, you know, throw that up on Twitch. But it was very amusing. And I plan to get more of her, but I just don't know what at the moment. I did all my ideas in a short span. Because I got that initial picture, and then I got like 2 others. And then I just kind of like my ideas flopped, and I didn't know what to do. So I'm trying to get more pictures of the current characters that I have, and then I'll probably get more of her later. Unless I get something that is like immediate, that I'm like, oh, that's an amazing idea, I want to see that right now. Something like that. Which sometimes happens. Or if a friend's like, hey, I want to get a commission with your like Spino character, and then of course I'll usually do that immediately. That's slightly higher. Fuck. Nope. Can I turn that the other way? Nope, it's gonna be very, very picky. So let's do that. We already paint this. What time is it? Oh, damn, it's gonna be night before too long. Okay, actually, I should be able to take this one out too. Yeah, my profile on the website has a different icon of her. I got a couple. I was also thinking about getting a different dinosaur character, like maybe an ankylosaur or a mosasaur or something. I thought up of a couple ideas, but nothing that, you know, stuck immediately. I can pull it out, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Spinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur in the game, so naturally that was something I had to pick. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass, I can tell. Oh, I got it. And I almost fell off at the same time. Jesus. Okay. Alright, let's see if there's anything around this corner. Nope, most of that is... There's that, but most of that is on this side, blocked by pillars. Okay. I didn't initially want to do that, but... seeing how nice the mud looks as the supports is just really good. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, I painted that one. Wait. The fuck did it paint? Because it didn't paint that one. Okay, now it did. Is that the right one? Nope. Nope. How am I gonna reach that? I am failing hard. Oh. Nope, didn't get it. Thought I did. Man, I am just failing hard to get that. I'm gonna need to... Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this backwards. There we go. Aha. Wait. What? I already painted it. What? Okay. That's bizarre. It's like a weird senior moment. Alright, is that it? I think I'm good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I've had a couple of character ideas for Ark as well, like for the server. I went with the bartender one just because it's not something I've done before, and it just seemed like something that would be pretty fun. I wanted to create a roleplay hotspot, and that was the main idea behind it. Another couple character ideas that I thought about, let me go grab this, were one would be like a wandering warrior, sort of like a samurai. They would essentially ride around on a single mount. They would have no base. They would have just the armor on them. They'd have their bow. They'd have melee weapons. And I don't think they would use guns. They would essentially have a bow and melee weapons. And they would just be like wandering, kind of like a nomad, going around on foot. Valhalla, probably not a good map for it, because most of the map is water, and the map is huge, so it's a little difficult to do. That'd probably work pretty well on Crash Site, given how most of everything's in the middle. But Valhalla, not likely. I also thought about what mounts they may use. Like, I was considering maybe a trike, and if not, possibly something that would be good for war. A Capra would be pretty good. It'd have to be pretty tanky. A Baryonyx would actually work pretty well. Sabertooth, a dire wolf. Usually any kind of mount that a single person can use pretty well to travel with. It'd also have to be able to carry stuff like their food and other such. So I've thought about that. If for some reason this character permanently dies, I may go with that. What was the other character I was thinking of? Fuck. Shit. What was it? How did I completely forget it? I had a good one, too. Shit, I'm tired. Man, I am just, like, completely blown my head. I was thinking about doing a bandit one at one point. I wouldn't really know of what purpose. It'd be more highwayman than bandit. A polite robber, more or less. Someone who robs you but doesn't take stuff of, like, need. Like, if you are in need of something, they likely would not take it from you. They would let you keep it. But they would take some things from you. And they'd be polite about it, essentially. So, that was an idea. Because of how laggy I normally am, PvP and such, I didn't think it would be too great an idea. But I had another one, and I swear it was good, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. And that's going to bug me now. Because I know it was a good one. I just can't remember. Crap. Yeah, the really good idea escaped me. I'll probably remember it at some point. Huh, I can't attach to that lower wall. I can do that. Okay, that actually works better. Because now I can connect it straight to the floor. I've had a couple other ideas, not anything grounded. Like, I was thinking about a gunsmith who travels via the water. So they would have their shop on a boat, and they would just travel to settlement, selling their goods and whatnot, which would be pretty interesting. It'd be very resource heavy, though. I really wish I could remember what the original idea was. because it was a really good one. Fuck. I gotta really think about it. Being a farmer wouldn't be too bad of an idea either, especially with so many different farm animals available, such as the sheep. You can use does, the female megaloceros, as cattle, because I've got a skin that you can paint over that makes the female megaloceros look like a cow, essentially, which is really nice. And then you have the sheep, and then you got a couple other animals. You have the femias, which can be pigs, and so on. So there's a whole bunch of different ideas. It's just a matter of what's interesting, what works. Alright, I think I just have to paint the windows, and I need a little bit of brick for... Actually, let's test out the mud, since I have the mud equipped. I'm just going to change it anyways. Need to pull up a light source. I can't really see that. Almost looks black. Also, I just noticed that because the pillars are on the sides, it's slightly eaten up. I wonder if it might be better if I just take the corners off. It is currently corner B. If I do no sides... It's actually almost hard to tell that that's a window when it's like that. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should keep the corners or if I should make it completely transparent. Let me take this one out for a second. It's corner C. So if I walked up to this, now with no fire or lighting, it actually looks kind of normal. But when I do that, a lot of the top areas become transparent. It almost looks like there's just a big hole in the wall. Until you see the slight... It's really good transparent glass. Like, it almost looks like an invisible wall because of how defined it is. But of course, when people look at it, they can see the text if they're not, like, HUD disabled. What was that? Corner B? And this one was corner C. Let me try the, I'll try the cantaloupe. I need to get some of the brick for the ceilings, though, real quick. Let's see. Let's take a little bit of cantaloupe and a little bit of brick. Should be able to put the mud up, though. Alright, because I have the cantaloupe, and I'm going to try it, let's go ahead and paint the door. Let's go ahead and paint the door. So, cantaloupe is a nice bronze color, and I like it on metal. It looks really good on metal. So I like to paint my metal structures bronze, essentially. It's a matter of, do I leave that one part kind of like normal metal, or do I make it a different color? It's a nice, shiny bronze door. Actually, I like it without the middle. It's actually pretty nice. Now it's a matter of, do I paint the metal parts of these bronze? It looks pretty good. Yeah, why not? It's not gonna kill me. We'll leave the bolts normal. There, nice shiny bronze door. What about these doors? We got these big metal parts. I'll have to see how that looks in the morning. It's gotten dark. Yeah, cantaloupe is a very good color if you want bronze. Damn, it got dark. Okay. But the shadows look great. The way that light casts and shines, that's really nice. I wish I could bump the stream gamma a bit so people could see clearly. What is that, top and bottom? No? You get these other regions that don't do anything, so you just have like one that does something. And the rest are like, fuck whatever. Let's pull up the light. Ooh, that looks great. That looks really good. I'm very happy with that. Oh god, it just rubber banded. Holy crap. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna just repaint all these cantaloupe. I actually like using cantaloupe for a lot of different things. The tattoo that I'm currently got on my character's arm is cantaloupe because it shows up nice on the skin. Nothing to actually see, so I can't actually tell if I'm dying. I wasn't. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do this, because it's... No, I don't want to make a box trap. Because I can't actually reach the top. Alright. I can pull that out. Yeah, I'm just painting all the windows now. Should be a fairly quick process. I don't have a lot. I might put some more in later. But they'd be very specific. Ah, should have rearmed the paint. Yeah, because the other one's slightly in the wall. I don't think it's that visible. Pull out the torch. Yeah, it's not even visible because the pillar's eating it up. That looks really good. If it's too intense during the day, I may change the color. But metal is always such an intense, has such intensity. Wow, that looks really good on the front door. Holy shit. It's nice, like a copper brassy look. Yeah, that's really good. I'm glad I painted that. Alright. I need to figure out what Zeus has been up to. I haven't seen him in a long time. Haven't heard him on the radio. Just nothing happening. He's probably completely sucked into Conan if he hasn't burned himself out yet. Oh, I remember the idea now. The other character idea, which is a little bit more what I might lean to if I change characters, is an architect. This character would essentially be a solo player character whose only purpose is to build. And they more or less would travel around and be hired by tribes. They would accept being into the tribe, and then they would be given materials to build a structure for the tribe. And then in turn, they would get payment, essentially. So it's similar to the nomad style. They would be going about on foot. I would probably use, if I use a mount, it'd probably be a Quetzal for that, because I feel like that's a good builder mount. It's got durable carry weight, and it's good for building at different elevations. And I would go around and I would use my architect skills as a player to make interesting buildings for people to use. So I would join, as a solo player, I would join the tribe. Yeah, I would join the tribe so I could build the building for them so they would own the building. I would construct the building, paint the building, you know, get it satisfactory, and then I would leave the tribe, and then they would keep the building, assuming I would, you know, not lose the Quetzal and whatnot. And then I would go on my way until another tribe hired me to do the same thing. And I would just go around and make all these really cool buildings. Because it allows me to, you know, essentially do what I like. I like to build. So that would be something interesting to do. Oh my god, it is so dark in here. Quickly paint the trap door. Oh, I didn't even paint this mud yet. Yeah, and a mobile architect, more or less. I think that would be pretty fun. Oh, man, I can't wait to get lights and decor up in here. I'm so close to that part now. When I think the first part of the decor is going to be the lights, because the lighting is going to be essential. And it allows me to see everything else I'm placing at night. So yeah, I think the windows look really good now. We got all the bronze cast. I painted the trap door. I painted all the doors. I got a few other doors to paint. Did I paint the second floor door? I gotta paint that door. But did I paint this door? I did not. In fact, I didn't even paint the windows here, so yeah. Did I paint that? Maybe I should paint that window. I didn't even think about that. There we go. Man, it is dark. I can barely see where I'm going. Pretty much everything but 6. And I used exactly the right amount of cantaloupe. Oh, I closed this door right. Nope, not that. There we go. Yep, nice bronze door. What was the next thing? Oh, right. Slight corners on those ceilings. It's about 1, 2, 3. I'll just go paint around them until I think I've got it done. So this ceiling here, brick. Oh, we gotta paint, not that. That. So it shows up around the corners. Because it's so dark, I can't actually tell where any of the other corners come from. So I actually have to go downstairs and look. Alright, so they're minor details, but I like all the details to be pretty good. So, because that has the, what is it? The sloped wall halfway into the sloped roof, upside down, you can slightly see the next ceiling that it's connected to. So I just painted the ceiling red so it creates that consistency. Like that one I'll need to do. You can see that right there, there's more normal wood than whatnot. So I should be able to paint that one. That one's covered. I need to paint that one. Most of these are covered. I painted the middle. I need to paint that one. I got these. There's that one, and that one. And that one there, that one there, and that one there, as well as that one. There's a few. As long as I know exactly the positioning above, I should be able to get most of these. This is going to be kind of difficult at night. I may have to wait till it gets morning to actually be able to do that. It's going to be a little while. So, might take a short little break to get some food, because I'm hungry. We'll finish up that little correction, and we'll paint the not the greenhouse, the guest house. When the guest house is done, I'm going to build the conference room. So a little bit more building and a little bit more painting, but it won't be that big, so it won't take that long. Plus, I gotta get the whole layout, and I gotta get the additional inner roof. And once that is done, I can start putting up decor, which means lights and trees and plants and furnishings and everything. Ugh. All right. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Just needed to get up, walk around a bit, make sure I wasn't falling asleep or anything like that. Because, to be honest, it'd be very impossible for me to just randomly pass out or fall asleep. I'm not that tired, and the sound of my computer would keep me awake. Because my computer's fan is constantly going while I have ARK up. Because ARK generates some pretty hefty heat. In fact, I can pull up the temperature. It is currently 79 degrees Celsius, which is about normal for most games, so. And most graphics cards are capable of withstanding more than that, but not by a whole lot more. Wow, those stars sure are pixely. I wonder if that's my sky quality. Nope. The sky looks better, but the stars are... Is that actual... It's like a reflection. I don't know what that's to. Okay. Yeah, I don't need sky quality. I would bump shadows, but my processor would fucking hate me. I hate light bloom. Light shafts, maybe, but light bloom is ridiculous. It's so shiny that you can literally be blind staring at a metal structure because of how bright it is. Alright. I know I was going to paint that mud. I was trying to fix the final parts on the ceilings, but it's so dark I can't actually tell where anything is. So I'm going to go around and level up some dinos if they've leveled up. I'll likely take these guys out to a place to farm dinos so they can level up a bit quicker. But for right now, they're passively leveling up, which is fine. I definitely will take Aziza out. She needs to kick some ass. I think when I hit 5,000 HP, I'm going to start boosting her melee damage again. Depends on our oxygen. Because since I'm going to be using her for diving, natural movement speed's not that big a deal. Not too much, at least. Not for me. But oxygen for swim speed and diving. Because she's probably going to be fighting squids, among other things. Alright, your movement speed's pretty fine. Probably need more stamina. That's the one thing I know that a lot of people should level when they get a wyvern, is stamina, because the breath attack consumes a pretty decent amount of stamina. I can't wait to start decorating. I mean, I could technically start right now. But I'm an order of operations kind of person, so... Alright, you're at the health. You need to boost your melee damage now. So, finish that little paint. I'm guessing that was Muckwall. Finish that paint. Get the conference room area done. And... I can't believe I've painted this entire place. Oh, right. Fuck. Now that I'm outside, I realized these bars need to be painted brown. Mud. I haven't done that. Shit. So, I didn't get everything. I'm fucking so close, though. All those ceilings that help extend out the thing need to be painted. They have everything but the mud. And when they have the mud, they'll be done. Damn. So close. So close. Yeah, all those little individual bars need to be painted. I need to get more food. And most of these doors will be unlocked when I'm open. When I'm closed, I'll lock them, though. Because, you know, don't need people wandering in. As such. Drinky. Check for eggs. Got another capro egg. Having 2 female capros is a good way to get a lot of those. I don't know what capro eggs are used for. We got a good deal of them. Alright. That's seeds. That's brew. How's this not brewing? Oh, I'm 10 short. Son of a bitch. Alright, so we got a decent amount. We got about 15 per keg, which is well over 100, but we'll definitely need more, especially if I make custom brew. Also got to replace the stairs if I plan to do that. Ooh. A little nasty. It's almost getting bright enough. Alright, so that door is right between those two. I think I got that. These two right here, which means it is this pillar. And this ceiling. Alright. Oh god, that rubber banding. I don't know which one's which. So let's start on this side. I didn't get that one. I still fucking missed it. It is right across from that next corner. Which means if that is here, there's a space and then it makes this one. So this is going to take me a little bit because I got to figure out where the spaces are. Alright, got that one. I fucking... Seriously, I missed that one again? I go right one and then I go forward one. So, up here, right one, forward one. Red. Okay, that should get that one. Alright, that one's done. This door for that one. So that's what, 4 foundations to the right? So, over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty. Got those corners. Yeah, the inside ones I've got. Looks like I predicted that one pretty well. And that one. I need to get the one opposite of that. So I need to go over 2 spaces. That one's fine. That one's fine. I need to get that one. Which I actually don't know if I can reach from here. It's about 3 over. It's 2 left of the wall, but it's 1 back, so it's actually outside. Yeah, I don't think I actually can reach that without taking up the thatch. I'll try. I think that's the only one. Unless I missed one over here. Yeah, I missed that one, which is just 2 over. So, do that. And I think this is... It's the one literally right outside the door. So... No, this one's literally going to be this one in this corner. I got enough brick for this last one, which I think is underneath this wall. Fuck. Did I paint that? Did I seriously miss that? Son of a bitch. Alright, well. Gotta pick up this roof anyways. Yeah, I gotta paint that. So it's this ceiling. Now, obviously those won't be painted. Because they're not visible. But I missed this corner piece. And the inside's not going to be visible, so that doesn't matter. I painted everything else, but I didn't paint that. Fuck. Gotta paint these brick, or mud. I gotta paint those mud. I think that's all the brick. Yeah, I think that is. Alright, just gotta go outside and do the mud off the, off the ceilings. I'll take 2 just in case. Ugh. This is a lot of work. I apparently missed this wall while I was here. Alright, well I got it. I feel like there's going to be some spots that I'll miss. I feel like I've gotten most everything now. Ugh. All the way around. If I did it for the inside, I gotta do it for the out. Can't just half-ass it. Not allowed to. Luckily, it's only those ceiling parts, but alright, I can do that. So there's not like any other like wall shit. It's just the ceilings. All right. I have to be careful so I don't fucking sidestep off the damn balcony. Should I leave this one up? Almost forgot that there was no floor underneath me for a second and just about to fucking Wile E. Coyote off the edge. Now I gotta go down a floor. And I gotta do the back. And I gotta do the side. Rain. Oh god. It rains all the time. Every day. Yeah, I can't reach that without climbing out, so. Oh god, one of those is not painted correctly. Son of a whore. This front side I don't care about, but the side over there doesn't match. Fuck me. I thought I fixed that. I really did. Yeah, I'm about to go inside and fix that brick. I got other sides to do. You dickwad. Come on. There we go. I'm just gonna jump from up here. Oh fuck. Alright. I believe this is the same strategy I used. Ooh. Christ. How am I floating right now? Alright. Broke game logic for a moment. I think that bronze looks pretty good. This is the second time I made this scaffolding. nearly there. So now I gotta go backwards. I've painted just about everything. Except for, like, the greenhouse and the flower pad. But almost everything. I've got very little left. I don't know why I started going that way. So tired I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. That's nice. So it's that one right there. Do I have brick? I do not. I think that's almost the last thing I need to do. I want to fix this now because I will forget if I don't. Nice pretty doors. Yeah, I like the doors. I think they look great. Nice. All right. We gotta get these right here. It. Is that it? Am I done? I think I got everything. Fucking hope. Lord. You're in the way. Alright. I've finished painting all the tavern except for the conference room, which isn't built yet. I need to paint the guest house. Oh, this thing. Is there no option to paint the wood? Bolts, door handle, these frames, that frame. Maybe I already painted it. Huh. Bizarre. I fixed and worked out every little imperfection. It's amazing. It's fully painted now. Scream with joy. I needed to do something with the stairs. Alright. Put those up. Pull that out. These are what I was looking at. The wooden staircase, not this one. That's a lot of wood. In fact, the other one is like half the wood. Christ. Thatch fiber wood. Well, I didn't want to put motherfucker. It's very bottom. Yep. Alright. So these are the same staircases, but they are railed. What I was hoping to do is doing exactly what it's doing right now. And connect them up. I don't know how well that'll work. No, it flat out fucking broke the other stairs. That's not good. Nope, I want you to... Nope. Oh. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Great. Alright, well, I will actually have to physically leave to go gather supplies to make enough to build a fucking staircase to get back up to the roof. Actually, I still have that other staircase, don't I? Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, this isn't even the full staircase. Wow. Well, fuck. Okay, no, I'm definitely gonna have to do what I just thought of. That's what I wanted to do. I mean, that looks pretty. And then, I don't think I can jump that. Got pretty close. Oh, I made it. Awesome, okay. Saved it. Yeah, I just like the way those look. So I'm gonna see if I can pull that all the way up here. Which means I need to make a lot more of them. Ooh. Well, that does bring you up, but it doesn't bring you up like it's supposed to. Whoa. Again, I want to be able to preview this so I can see it. But whenever I K-vision, it just has a stroke. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Which is actually not tall enough. Because it needs to curve around more. So, my stairs are actually they're like 1.5. So I can't connect that to that, but I can connect that to that. But because it has a railing, you couldn't actually stop on this floor. So while that does swirl around, it doesn't work that well. And I like the way this railing looks because you actually have a visible railing connected to it, whereas these have nothing. And all you can do is disable the collision or flip the direction that they face. But that's about it. They have no... They're just floating pieces of wood. I want this little connection thing. That too hard? Yeah, this should have stopped right about there, so I could keep going up more. In fact, if I place that, it'll actually be short. Huh. Well, fuck. And this isn't recognized as a shared snap point. Can you, go away? Drop. Disappear. Fuck off. Thank you. We can do that. So again, there's no actual railing collision, which is slightly annoying. Because, I mean, you can see at several points the wood is just floating. I would much prefer to have something like this, where it actually looks like it's, you know, snapping, but apparently this is either too short or too long. Not sure why there's 2 snap points for that. Sort of like that. Would that bring it up to the right level? I feel like it needs to go up one higher. I still think it's one too short. So while it's really neat and I like the textures, it's just not big enough. So I'm gonna go remake the original stairs so I can fix the bottom. Need to go get some more wood. Yeah, increments of 3. So I'll probably just paint that in a bit. That's about perfect, actually. You get right up to here. That goes right with the level that I plan to build. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And it works well because of how flat that wall is. I just wish it had something that made it stop look like it was fucking floating. I'd rather not use just straight stairs because these spiral stairs save a lot more space. Oh, I do have this in here, so. Okay, I was about to say, these things have to be paintable, right? There, matches the color of the floor. Now the stairs look pretty good. I'll probably do these when I've actually confirmed the position. I think they need to be coming out the other way. Oh, this one won't exist. Or will it? I'm actually not sure yet. I'll leave it for now. Yeah. And I ran out of ceilings. This area right here, I think will actually just be hollow. Possibly. I don't know. Might put windows in here. Really haven't thought out the design yet, and I'm tired. So. Yeah, this is going to be the third floor, but it's not really a third floor public access kind of like area. Wait. I found a spot where I can... Maybe that's why it's raining through my roof. I can K-vision straight through it. These goddamn holes in the roof. This would probably be like that. And there'd be a door here. And this would be a big, long meeting area. Now, it probably won't stretch all the way across. It'll probably only go a little ways. Maybe actually just this length, which means I just need this one ceiling. So this would be a meeting room. It would, I believe start curving towards the opposite side. Depends on how I want to do the roof. If I want to do that inner roof I was talking about. The inner roof would be one ceiling lower than that, going all the way across, and it would have sloped wooden roofs going down from both sides, which would make this area that I'm standing on right here obsolete and lower, which would mean this probably wouldn't be here at all. And this entire area that I'm standing on would not be accessible. It would be a hollow area. But I need more ceilings, and I need more... Sounded like my phone was going off, but it didn't. Yeah, I like the 3. The 3s to give it enough space so it doesn't feel overwhelming. Yeah, it's a nice little meeting area. I don't think it'll stretch all the way across here. So... I believe I need wood. Like one ceiling. I need way more than that. Yeah, I'm super low on wood and thatch. So let me put up the paintbrush and the paint. Some kind of... Alright, wood, hide, stone. metal ingots. There's the stone. There's the wood. Here's the metal. And there's the hide. And the reason I'm doing that is to put it back on my boat. Because I'm going to go gather materials. Because I'm going to need way more wood to finish. Because I still have to make decor. And most of the decor is wood, so. To the boat. I will have to get food as well. Alright, let me grab food. That looks really good. Oh, come on, game. Yeah, I saw the lag spike. Take half that stack. So, this looks great. I love the coloration. Very proud of this. I might make a request to the admins to allow like a digital copy of the server map. That way I can keep this base in single player and not have to rebuild the entire thing 1,000 hours later. Because there's no way I can one-to-one replicate that with the exact positioning that I did. And I don't want to go through and do it anyways and paint it again. I would rather eat nails. So we'll gather some metal, I guess, while we're out here. Ugh. I'm gonna go grab wood, thatch, and metal. The metal's just for upgrade shit, since I'm gonna be out here anyways. And then I'm gonna drive back, and I probably might call it for now, because I'm actually getting pretty damn tired. Yeah, I'm saying there's no way anybody's taking this metal at this time of day. Slow down, boat. don't need the rocks. I've got so many extra rocks at the moment. So tired. No, I can see the fog rolling in. I'm about to head back, even though I don't have as probably much wood and thatch as I would like. I'm probably gonna gather another round of thatch and call it. Let me load up my OP crossbow. That crossbow's like really good. So yeah, I ended up with more thatch than wood, but about 5,000, so we're gonna head back. When I head back, I'm gonna park the boat, I'm gonna head inside, make sure I'm locked up, and I'm probably just gonna log out. Which means the stream will stop for now. I'm gonna go to bed, get some rest. I will start the stream up again today. It'll be day 29. We'll finish that conference area. We'll paint it. We'll paint the guest house, and then we'll start decorating, which means lights, and then trees and plants and shrubbery and stuff like that, and then actual furniture and canvases, and I'll have to make extra paint, and I'll have to get the kegs, you know, brewing. Basically, it's gonna be a little while before I'm fully ready to open. But I'm much, much closer now than I was a couple days ago. Sorry, I had to swipe crap from not under my keyboard. Of course, set that one too. Alright. Alright, all the doors are closed. Put the meat up because it'll spoil. Check for eggs. Alrighty. That's me done for today. I will be back in whenever I wake up.